the teenager's father, Vishal Agarwal, who's a realtor, has been arrested. His grandfather, Surendra Agarwal, is also facing the law. So, I mean, at least, hopefully, at least now, because of the outrage, there is an attempt being made to ensure name and shame and ensure that they get arrested. But Meghna Pan, you started this show by saying, look, Mumbaikars are fearful of the law. Miran Chadda Borwankar said, sorry, Meghna, they are not. They still believe they can get away. You want to you want to maybe change your mind, or are you really convinced that the young are fearful of the law? Especially if they are rich and influential. Remember, most young Indians are not rich and influential. The ones who are rich and influential believe they can get away.
In fact, Rajdeep, what I'm saying is that this case is underscoring the societal decay that has taken place, and only a fear of the law, like we see in a city like Mumbai, will change the system. The fact is, this boy, his family has set him up for failure, and every step of the way, they have told him that you will not be vilified, you will not be condemned. Instead, they're condoning his action. Has they even had the humanity to render an apology to the victim's family? No, instead they're sitting and tampering with evidence. They are kidnapping, there's forging, there's so much chaos, and they think they can get away with it. And that's what we need to change. That's what young India wants to see, and nobody's going to keep quiet about it. Trust me, we're seeing this in the US. The Juvenile Justice Act in India has been manipulated and distorted, that even the worst criminals, like in the case we saw in Shakti Mills or in the Nirbhaya case, the juveniles were the ones who inflicted the most horrors, but now they're roaming scot-free amongst us, planning their next crime. So the
you're saying that the young today want people to bear the consequences for the mistakes they make. That's the majority. They don't want the rich to get away. Miran Chadda Borwankar, is that a sliver of hope there? That maybe, you know, with police officers, not every police officer will be bullied by the politician. There are good police officers, there are good media persons, there are good citizens out there.
Yes, I do see a silver line, but still I would like to highlight delay in trials and corruption. We had thought if you change a political party, we may be able to arrest that corruption. But today the Anti-Corruption Bureau of Maharashtra, it's headless. So if you don't have very strict policies as far as integrity is concerned, I don't think that silver line will be there. So integrity and seeing that political, police, bureaucratic nexus is abolished. Those are the 2-3 things I feel we should follow.
Okay, you know, Rizwan, I will let you end by but before that, ask you a question. Would you take up the case for the Agarwal family if they come to you and say, Rizwan, we'll pay you 10 lakhs a day, just get our son off the hook? Will you take the case up? Be honest.
Absolutely not. I've been getting cases which were even worse than this, fake rape cases against top bureaucrats and against top, you can say, industrialists of the country. But I will never do that. Fortunately for me, you know, I'm in this profession not for money, because I love it. I already come from an influential family and a fluent family where money was never a problem. So for me, this is something that is passion. And I pursue my professional activity as a passionate lawyer, not for money. But nonetheless, let me just tell you something. You know, Rajdeep, I'm so happy that the media is taking this up for a simple reason that there is going to be corruption even in the judiciary level. Forget the law enforcement agencies, forget at the government level, forget politicians. I'm talking about even in the judiciary level. Judiciary level is, you know, when the Supreme Court Chief Justice of India said that judges do not fall from the sky, he was indicating that corruption is even there.
So you're saying at the lower courts in particular, in a high profile case like this, a judge can be bribed? Is that what you're saying?
I will, in very clear words, without mincing words, I will say judiciary also faces a lot of corruption. There is corruption everywhere at every level. It is for people like you and me who need to bring it out. We need to have no fear. We have to have no fear, and we can only do it when we don't chase money.
Okay, let me leave it there. Yeah. Let me leave it there. As I said, in the midst of elections, where every day, night after night, we focus on kaun jeetega 2024, 400 par, or will the Congress regain ground? The truth is, we need to ensure that justice is done, so that exemplary punishment is given to this individual who has committed the most horrifying crime. And we believe it is not negligence, it is willful, and therefore the entire system and those who've tried to protect him must also be punished. Unless you have exemplary punishment in cases like this, sadly, there will be more such cases. I appreciate all my guests joining me here on my top talking point tonight.